What's up, beautiful? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kat. I had VSG surgery on September 1st, 2020, and this is my first video in almost 5 months. So if you're here and you've been waiting for me to put out another video, thank you so much for waiting for me while I took a much needed mental health break. But I am back. I am ready to celebrate my 2-year VSG surgery anniversary, and I'm doing so by answering all of your questions that you left me on Instagram. So without further ado, let's jump into your questions. So for the record, I got a lot of questions and I'm not gonna answer every single question due to like having answered it before in other Q&As and or like they were just very personal questions that were asked. So some of the questions just not gonna answer those. Okay, so the first one was, did my feet shrink because she knew somebody that did? So my weight gain that triggered me wanting the surgery caused my feet to get bigger. So like my feet got bigger by about a half a size because I gained so much weight so quickly during the pandemic. And basically the weight loss that I then had from the surgery just put me back to my regular shoe size, if that makes sense. So when I was at my heaviest, I was an 8.5 when I'd been an 8 my whole adult life, and so now I'm an 8 again. Did I have any major complications? Have I had any major complications due to the surgery? No. Nope. Perfectly healthy, happy as a clam. Are there certain foods you can't have? I have like, I think 1 or 2 entire videos on this, and those things have not changed. So things like, I'm thinking like things with high acidity, like vinegars and pickles, things with gummy in them still bother me. Large amounts of carbs still bother me, but that's mostly just because it fills me up super fast. So like, I don't really order pasta. I make pasta, but I don't order it very often, like if we go out, or biscuits or potatoes, those kinds of things. But I have whole videos dedicated to that kind of information. So check those out on my VSG playlist. Has it been difficult to maintain the weight loss? No. I've held steady at the weight that I'm at for over a year with little to no effort. But that is not how it is for everyone. I made sure to get some good habits in place so that I would be at this place 2 years later. So don't think that just because I'm doing well, it won't be a struggle for somebody else, or it won't be a struggle for me down the line. But currently I have not had any issues maintaining my weight within 5 pounds or so. What was the hardest part of the whole process? Probably retraining how I'm going to eat for the rest of my life after eating a certain way for almost 30 years. But it's been doable. I do still have plenty of times where I'm like, man, I wish I could Velcro my stomach back in, like for Thanksgiving and stuff. But yeah, it was very complicated retraining how I ate. But I've done stuff like this in the past. Like I broke my leg when I was 12 and I had to learn how to walk again. So like if I could learn how to walk again, I can learn how to eat again. Like it's just a thing. You're just gonna overcome it. Do I have any regrets? No. Nope. What month post-op did you lose the most weight? I have no idea. Probably the first one. That would be my guess. You lose the most weight at the very beginning in most cases that I've seen. Have your habits changed over the last 2 years since VSG? Yes, and if they hadn't, it'd be a big problem. The whole point of this is to change your habits. That shouldn't really even be like a question. Not being like a hater to the question, but like if you are going into this expecting that you're not gonna have to change any of your habits, you need to like seriously sit down and consider what you're about to do, because this is gonna change absolutely everything, and the only way you can maintain is to completely reshape all of your habits with regards to like eating and taking care of your body. Do you feel like your relationship with food is better than before surgery? 100%. 100%. I feel so much less guilt associated with food, right? So I was a binge eater and a comfort eater. And I'm not gonna say I'm not still that person. It's just the foods that I reach for are better for me. And if I do reach for something that's not good for me, I don't eat enough of it to make me feel guilty, if that makes sense. So, you know, I've used this example before. If I have a craving for a donut, I go out, I buy a donut. I can't even eat the whole donut, so I just throw it away and the craving is gone, and then I don't have to like hate myself for crushing a dozen donuts. I had not even a whole donut. It's what I wanted and I can move on and I don't have to feel guilt or shame or hide my food. I used to hide, like buy fast food and then hide the boxes for my husband. Like none of that is associated with food anymore. Food is sustenance. It's fun for me. I really have, what's the word? Like reinvigorated my love of cooking. I used to love cooking and then I just got so bad with my relationship with food that nothing about food was fun anymore because all of it was shameful and all of it was guilt-ridden. So yeah, I've completely repaired my relationship with food. And it's obviously going to be a work in progress forever. But I think the last 2 years I've been able to make a really great foundation on that relationship. This one's kind of funny to me. What's the biggest physical change in your body from 2 years to now? I mean, like the whole thing. I lost 80 pounds. Like my whole body is different. I don't even know how to answer that. What's the biggest change in my physical body? Like the whole thing. The whole thing. Everything is different. Like, and even things that I didn't even think about, like the collarbone being a thing. Sorry, not trying to flip you off. The collarbone is a thing, and like the tendons in my hands that I can see, and I can see them in my feet, and my veins I can see more easily now. It's just like a weird, I don't know, I used to not be able to sit cross-legged, and I used to love sitting like that and working like with a laptop in my lap, and I couldn't do that, and now that's how I, like that's my preferred method of working. So it's just like little things when you take 80 pounds off of your body, like from everywhere, that it just changes so much. How much weight have you lost? Are you still working to lose or are you maintaining? So I've lost about 80 pounds, nearly to the marker. And am I working to lose or maintain? Right now I'm just focusing on maintaining. And I do have hopes. I never hit goal weight, which is fine. I'm about 30 pounds, 35 pounds off of goal weight, but that's okay. I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at right now, and the fact that I'm able to maintain this tells me that it's okay. I'd have to try, I think, really, really, really hard and be super, super dedicated. And right now where I'm at in my life, I'm trying to give myself some grace. So maintaining is kind of what I am trying to manage right now. And I think I've been able to manage it pretty well. And that gives me a lot of peace of mind, which has helped my anxiety and depression so much. So when I made this story about asking the questions on Instagram, I said I'm not going to give you calories because I don't track calories. So I got a lot of questions about portion sizes, and I would say my portion sizes sit around 5 ounces, and that is completely normal and pretty much expected this far post-op. Advice for someone starting the process. There are a lot of different weight loss surgeries, so definitely do your research on which one you think would be the best. You also 100%, I thought there was a cat around me. I thought I heard something. There's always cats around me. You also need to consider if you are a female in childbearing years and that is something you want to do, you need to consider that before deciding which surgery. That would be one of my biggest advice to women in that age group, which is the age group that I'm in. We want kids someday, so I made sure that I had a surgery that would not affect fetal growth down the line. So things like bypass, you can have a healthy pregnancy post bypass, but it's a little bit more sticky, whereas VSG, it's not really a concern. So making sure you do that, making sure you make an informed choice on doctors, just do your research, see if you can speak with anybody that has had the surgery with a specific doctor. I got lucky because I used the doctor that the rest of my family had used, so I knew his results, I knew his process, all of those things. And I've done like a couple of, I think I did a video or two on like misunderstandings of VSG, and like the biggest advice I can tell you is that this is not the easy way out. If you're looking for the easy way out, this ain't it, okay? There is no easy way out when it comes to taking care of your body. It's something everybody does. It's something everybody struggles with. And if this is your journey, then I'm so proud of you for making that choice. But please know that if you are not dedicated to this, it's not gonna work. Or it'll work initially and then you'll gain all the weight back. It'll work initially and then you'll gain your weight back. And I know a lot of people that have. I decided that I did not want to be one of those people, and I'm very proud of myself that I have not become one of those people. But it's something that happens, and it's just something to consider going into it. Has anyone, family or friends, had a negative response to your weight loss? I had negative responses to me getting the surgery. So like when I told people I was getting the surgery, I had a lot of people, well, not like a lot, but I've had a handful of people that have given me some negative responses, and or people that I've met that like, I don't really drink anymore, and I definitely don't drink pop anymore, and or I don't eat a burger with a bun anymore. And there's always somebody, everybody always laughs at the comment I made in that one video. I don't want a hamburger with a bun, Whitney, but like, people can just, they're just abrasive. Like, I feel like in the last couple of years, we've forgotten how to talk to people normally. I don't know. And so I've just gotten some weird responses here and there, but I haven't gotten any like negative responses to me losing weight. Once I started losing weight, and once I got down to a weight that like is, I hate saying this, but like socially acceptable, or like, you know, once people see the results, then they're like, oh, that was a great idea. When before they were like, are you sure you should do that? It's like super drastic. And it's like, yeah, it is super drastic because I'm at my last straw and I've got to do something, and this gives me hope. But you don't know an explanation to anybody, and anybody that's going to give you a negative response, like, even if it's your parents, and this is hard to say because my parents were negative about the surgery, they did not want me to get it. It's not your choice. It's not their choice. It's your choice, you know? My general opinion is if somebody gives you a negative response, don't listen to it. You have made your choice. You've made an informed choice, and go about your life because you're trying to make a change for you to better yourself. But, yeah, I have had some negatives, and I just ignored those people. I mean, I flat out ignored my parents and did it anyway. And here I am, and now they're happy I did it. One person said they are 5 weeks post-op, losing weight slowly. How can I speed up the weight loss? Don't. I mean, these kind of comments like really concern me, because why do you think you need to speed the weight loss up? What makes you think it's going too slowly? If your doctor's office is telling you it's too slowly, then your doctor's office will tell you how to fix it. But if it's too slowly because you're comparing yourself to another person's journey, you gotta get off social media, because that's not okay. And that's, I addressed this directly with this person, but I wanted to say it on here. How quickly or slowly you lose weight is gonna be how your body handles what you just did to it, and the steps that you're taking to help it through that process. So if you are legitimately concerned that you are not losing weight fast enough, I would contact your medical team, because I am not a doctor, and anything that I say in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. But those kind of comments, I had those thoughts myself. Why am I not losing weight as quickly as everybody else? And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with comparing yourself to somebody else. That's not your journey. That's their journey. So just try to focus on you. If you're really concerned, talk to your doctor, and that's my best advice for that. All right, next question is, have you ever had to do a reset? So some doctors suggest a reset if you're gaining weight, or if you're having issues, and that basically, in my doctor's case, would consist of reverting back to your liquid diet, your pre-op liquid diet. I would 100% consult your doctor before doing anything that drastic, but no, I've never had to do that, and I don't ever think that I will. Was the surgery everything you hoped it would be? If you had to do it over again, would you? Yes, and, well, okay, hold on. Like, yes and kind of yes. Like, yes, it was mostly everything I thought it would be. I thought I would lose more weight, but that doesn't mean I can't. And would I do it all over again? 100%. 100% yes. How much can you eat now versus when you were 4 to 6 months out? Dude, I don't know. 4 to 6 months out, what was that, like 3 ounces? Something like that? I don't know. Consult those vlogs. I mean, 4 to 6 months out, when somebody asked me this question, I'm like, that was 1.5 years ago in the middle of the pandemic. Do you guys remember what you were doing 1.5 years ago? Because I do not. But I would say like from 3 ounces to about 5 ounces is where I'm at now, like portion size wise. That would be my best guess. Do you still track any macros? No. What vitamins do you take? I still take the Journey vitamin supplements that I've been taking this whole time. I know a lot of people stop taking them after a while, but my doctor suggested you take bariatric vitamins forever because of, like, if you don't eat a whole lot of food, you can't take in a whole lot of nutrients, or at least specific kinds. So I have family members that don't take any vitamins anymore, and I think it was a bad call. So I still take them. I'm going to probably take them forever. Do I religiously take them every day? No, some days I forget to take them. But I would say, like, I take them 5 days out of the week. I remember to take them 5 days out of the week. And I will, like, I'll pop up a photo of them or link them or something. But this is the brand that my doctor suggested that I use, and I've had great luck with them so far. One person said they are struggling in week 2. Any advice? Week 2 is rough. The whole first month and the pre-op before are the hardest part. So there's like 6 to 8 weeks when you begin, like from when you start the liquid diet, 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how long your liquid diet is. That's like the hardest part of the actual process of surgery, of VSG, in my opinion. And my advice would be find someone you can confide in, because you need to express your feelings and get those feelings out. Make sure you're calling your doctor if you think anything is seriously wrong, seriously wrong. Or, I mean, just in general, if you're uncomfortable or something doesn't feel right or you're just concerned, call your team. That's what they're there for. My team was incredible. Anything I needed, like I had the app, I had all kinds of stuff. But just know that it'll pass. And I know that that's hard, but like, you did this and you knew it wasn't going to be easy. And I don't want to tell you to suck it up, because that's absolutely garbage. If you're feeling unhappy, you have every right to feel unhappy or to be uncomfortable. This is a big shift in your life. But just know that as time progresses, it will get easier. But any serious medical concerns you have, please contact someone, and definitely have somebody to talk to, whether it's a friend or a family member or licensed therapist. Somebody, make sure that you're speaking with someone too, because it is a mental and physical struggle. How's my mental health since my last YouTube video addressing my struggles? So this VSG journey, the whole thing has been mentally motivated, right? So I was eating the way I was eating before the surgery because of mental health concerns. And in the last few months, before I stopped making YouTube videos, I was just really struggling with body image, and a lot of other personal things. My mental health is quite a bit better. I'm seeing a therapist regularly to help me with all of this. But yeah, it's better, and it's good enough that I'm comfortable coming back. I'm not sure the capacity to which I'm going to come back in, but I definitely feel better, and I am so thankful to have you guys and that you're so understanding through all of this. What do you eat in a day? Man, whatever the hell I want. It's great. Literally. That's not helpful, but I am going to start doing like the what I eat in a day vlogs again. But I eat whatever the hell I want, basically. I know that's not like the answer to your question, but do I feel like my stomach has stretched over the last 2 years? Not without reason, like not to an unreasonable amount, if that makes sense. Like, you start out and you're supposed to eat like a tablespoon and that's it. And now I'm 2 years out and like, it's not that much. Like, it's different than a tablespoon, obviously. Like, your stomach settles to like 3 ounces, and then by now it's settled to like 5 ounces. So like, it's stretched, but not to the capacity that it was. Can I help you, ma'am? Do you want to say hi? Oh. Is there anything else? Did you miss everyone? You say hi, Rory. Okay. Toodaloo. But yes, my stomach has stretched, but not in an alarming rate. I can't eat. I will never be able to eat like I used to. Like, it's still within the normal range for post-surgery. All right, you guys, that's it. That was all of your questions, the ones that I hadn't already answered at least 15 times. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have additional questions, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. And while you're at it, we haven't done an emoji in 5 months. So for Halloween's sake, let's do some sort of pumpkin emoji. Throw me a pumpkin in the comments below if you made it all the way to the end. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being patient and letting me take the time to self-heal. I love you so, so much. I will be back with book videos and a very large haul video coming soon. Love you, Warrior Crew. Bye!